My wife testified for the intern who nearly killed our daughter. My daughter went into anaphylactic shock after a medical intern gave her penicillin without checking for allergies. She ended up in the ICU, fighting for her life. I sued everyone involved. Then I discovered my wife, who was supposed to be at a medical conference, standing in the courtroom, testifying for the defendant. You're just bitter because you couldn't make it as a doctor yourself, she spat at me. Now you're trying to destroy Connor's career out of jealousy. The intern, Connor, leaned against my wife's shoulder, wiping fake tears. Dr. Sullivan, I followed all protocols that night. You know, I'd never hurt Lilish like a little sister to me. That's when it hit me. This was the same intern my wife had pulled strings to get hired at the hospital just weeks ago. When I refused to drop the lawsuit, she froze our bank accounts. The hospital suddenly became unable to approve our daughter's transfer to a better facility. I was at my wit's end when my mother called. Your father's reconsidering that research grant for Victoria's lab. He's willing to give her a chance if you stop being so stubborn and come back to the company. Chapter 1. The doctor handed back my transfer request for the third time. I couldn't take it anymore and called Victoria. The moment she answered, I forced myself to soften my voice. Victoria, Lily is your daughter. Your own flesh and blood. Are you really going to hurt her for some stranger? Our daughter's condition was critical. The current hospital didn't have the specialists she needed. Her doctor kept urging me to transfer her, but every request was mysteriously denied. Silence on the other end. Then a man's voice came through. Dr. Sullivan is exhausted from working all day. She just fell asleep. Can this wait? I'd never forget that voice. Connor Mitchell, the one who'd nearly killed my daughter. My blood ran cold. You gave my daughter that injection, didn't you? How can you be so heartless? She's only 5 years old. Connor's voice dripped innocence. I don't know what you're talking about. I gritted my teeth. You're going to hell. Victoria's voice exploded through the phone. Don't you dare talk to him like that. You want my help? Then stop acting like a child. Connor's voice turned smug. Dr. Sullivan, I'm so sorry. I accidentally put it on speaker and woke you up. The line went dead. I stared through the glass at my daughter's pale face, my heart sinking. When the nurse came with the bill, reminding me about overdue payments, I froze for a second before racing home. Victoria wasn't answering. Text after text came through, notifications of frozen accounts. I burst through our front door to find Victoria casually eating dinner. I threw the medical reports in her face, shaking with rage. Have you lost your mind? You froze my accounts? What about our daughter? If I don't pay tonight, they'll disconnect her life support. Victoria sipped her coffee, completely unbothered. The one who doesn't want her to live is you. Call your lawyer right now, drop the lawsuit, and the money will be there instantly. Lily will get the best specialists. I stared at this woman I'd loved for 10 years, feeling like I was looking at a stranger. The bathroom door creaked open. Connor walked out, towel drying his hair, wearing nothing but a towel around his waist. He saw me and didn't even flinch. Just kept drying his hair with my wife's towel. Dr. Sullivan, your husband's home. Is he upset about me? He smirked, meeting my eyes with pure mockery. Victoria shook her head, handing him a shopping bag. Don't mind him. Go change into what I bought you. We have the Harrison medical dinner tonight. I want to discuss a partnership. Connor agreed sweetly, deliberately bumping my shoulder as he passed. I laughed bitterly. Is he your student or your husband? You'd kill our child for him? Victoria, I don't even know who you are anymore. She slapped me hard. You live off my money, use my things, and now you say you don't know me? I fought back tears, trying one last time. Lily is 5 years old. 5. And her own mother is trying to kill her. Are you even human? I'd turned down an arranged marriage with the Harrison heiress to be with her. Cut ties with my parents. When she started her practice, I quit my job to support her, helped with research, networked at dinners, woke up early every morning to make sure she ate properly despite her stomach issues. Crack. Victoria hurled her coffee mug at my head. If she dies, it's because her father failed her. Nothing to do with me. I don't have time for this nonsense. She stormed to the closet, quickly leaving with Connor. I stood in our too familiar home, blood dripping down my forehead, feeling like I was drowning. I reached for my phone to call the lawyer, to drop the charges. But my mother called first. Son, your father's health is declining. He's ready to retire. He's reconsidering Victoria's research grant proposal. Stop being stubborn and come home. It's time to take over the company. My voice was hoarse. Okay. This place, my daughter, and I were done with it all. I packed quickly, grabbed the cat food, then realized something. Our cat, Snow, who always greeted me at the door, was nowhere to be found. My heart dropped. I crawled on the floor searching. Snow? Snow, where are you? I pushed open the guest room door and saw the window, usually locked, now wide open. Looking down at the garden path, a small white form lay still on the stones, surrounded by dark red. The world went silent. I ran downstairs, cradling Snow's stiff body. Connor's smirking face flashed in my mind. Rage consumed me. I called Victoria. When she answered, my voice was ice. Put Connor on. Victoria snapped impatiently. Nathan, I'm in a business meeting. Can you act like an adult for once? Why can't you be mature like Connor? He's 6 years younger than you and shows more class. I laughed, bitterness flooding through me. Victoria, let's get divorced. Since he's so perfect, you can have him. This wasn't the woman who used to text me constantly when we were apart, who'd curl up in my arms saying she missed me. I drafted the divorce papers and signed them immediately. I left them spread on the kitchen table, weighted down at the signature page. I grabbed my suitcase and Snow's body and left this hollow house forever. Chapter 2. As my taxi approached Morrison Industries, Victoria called. She kept her voice low. Nathan, I'm meeting with Mr. Morrison about a partnership right now. I need you to clarify something. Tell him that my intern never gave a patient penicillin without allergy testing. Those rumors are just lies you made up to manipulate me. Mr. Morrison, me cousin Daniel. I asked coldly, you need me to lie for you? Victoria's patience snapped. Do you ever want to see your daughter again? Then do as I say. I looked at the Morrison Industries building and smiled. Fine. I'll tell the truth. The Connor Mitchell sitting next to Victoria Sullivan is responsible for this entire disaster. I hung up and got out of the taxi. My father's assistant was waiting in the lobby. As soon as I stepped out, he approached. Mr. Reynolds, your daughter's transfer has been arranged. The best specialists are treating her now, but... I looked at him. But what? He glanced at me nervously, calling the elevator. Dr. Sullivan's research proposal isn't under consideration. Should we? No need, I interrupted. Handle it normally. We're getting divorced. The board meeting was at 9. Around 10:30, my father would announce that I was taking over Morrison Industries. After the assistant briefed me on the afternoon schedule, he left. I sat in the top floor office when Daniel stormed in, slamming a folder on my desk. Nathan. What kind of wife did you marry? This proposal is garbage. And that Connor claims all these research achievements but can't answer basic medical questions. I poured him tea to calm him down. Daniel, do you have the hospital administrator's contact? He paused. Yeah, he plays golf with your dad. Why? I shook my head, looking at the proposal covered in red marks. Need to investigate something. By the time I finished marking all the errors, it was 8:30. The assistant knocked. Mr. Reynolds, time for the gala. My phone had been buzzing. All messages from Victoria. She demanded to know why I'd done this. She'd even sent a photo, a plane ticket to Dublin. For Lily. Her voice message dripped with threat. Want to see your daughter again? If you don't drop the charges by 9:30, I'll have her on that plane. But she didn't know Lily had already been transferred from Riverside General to St. Mary's private wing, with specialists flown in from Johns Hopkins. Chapter 3. The gala was packed. I entered before my father arrived. Victoria and Connor spotted me immediately. Victoria rushed over, throwing her wine in my face. Nathan Reynolds? How dare you show up here? Do you know how important this partnership was? My lab needs that equipment. Without it, the practice collapses. If I go bankrupt, what are you going to live on? Connor wrapped his arm around her, patting her back soothingly. Dr. Sullivan, you've been up for days. Don't get worked up. Your health can't take it. I looked at Connor, smiling coldly. Did you write that proposal? He hesitated, then nodded. Yes, why? I wiped the wine from my face. Nothing. Just surprised Victoria would trust such an idiot. Victoria's calmed fury reignited. She raised her hand to slap me. As she lifted her arm, I saw the clear red marks on her neck. What's that? The slap landed hard, cutting off my words. Victoria heard me though. She covered her neck frantically. And nothing. I looked at Connor. He raised an eyebrow, as if to say, yeah, I did that. I remembered Victoria's first day as a resident, when a senior colleague had gotten handsy. She'd come home and broken down crying in my arms. Through tears, she'd told me she hated being touched by any man but me. That night, after she fell asleep, I'd tracked down that resident and made sure he never bothered her again. How things change. Victoria grabbed Connor's sleeve, glaring at me. Don't waste time on him. I heard the CEO is retiring. Find his son in the crowd. I'll pitch the proposal directly. Connor nodded, still drying his hair as they walked away, making sure to bump me again. I smiled at him. Connor looked confused and turned away, scanning the crowd. My father arrived at 10. He called me to a private room for a long talk, then led me onto the stage. He clapped for attention. The room fell silent. My eyes met Victoria's. Shock spread across her face. Connor's face was turning green. My father spoke warmly. Everyone, meet this handsome young man, me son. Quite the resemblance, isn't he? I'm getting old. Tonight, I'm officially handing Morrison Industries to Nathan. I have complete faith in his abilities. Victoria yanked her hand from Connor's, pointing at herself in disbelief. The spotlight shifted from my father to me. I took the microphone. Tonight marks my first day leading Morrison Industries. I'd like to demonstrate our standards. I opened my laptop. The screen behind me displayed a proposal. Victoria Sullivan's name was prominently featured. I cleared my throat. This proposal reached senior management despite having over 20 critical errors. Page by page, I displayed the red-marked mistakes. Victoria's face drained of color. She pushed past Connor, standing below the stage, furious. Nathan Reynolds, you lied to me. All these years, living off me, using my money, and now that you're CEO, you abandon your wife and child. Are you insane? I smiled at her, ignoring her rage, and walked toward the exit with security. Connor blocked my path at the door. His eyes blazed with righteous anger. Nathan, Dr. Sullivan built everything from nothing. You never helped, just deceived her. Are you even human? Security surrounded him, keeping him back. Victoria's voice came through the microphone, thick with tears. I'm Nathan Reynolds' wife. We've been together 10 years. In all that time, he never told me he was heir to Morrison Industries. Now his first act as CEO is abandoning his family. Phones and cameras turned to her. She sobbed dramatically. Nathan never worked. I supported him. He lived off me while lying to me. Connor rushed to the stage, composing himself. Dr. Sullivan is my mentor. I can testify to her character and research excellence. Nathan, on the other hand, quit working after marriage. He'd disappear at night. I heard he has multiple affairs. I clenched my fists, fighting the urge to destroy them both. I grabbed my keys and left. By the time I reached the hospital, Nathan Reynolds' scumbag was trending. Connor and Victoria's accusations were everywhere. Comments poured in death threats, photoshopped memorial photos, pure vitriol. I turned off my phone and put on scrubs to see Lily. Still unconscious, but the doctor said her vitals were improving. She'd move to a regular room soon. Leaving the ICU, I found a familiar figure blocking my path. Victoria grabbed my hand. Nathan, drop the lawsuit and sign my proposal. I'll tell the media we've resolved things privately. This won't hurt you. She stepped closer, clutching my hand. Do this, and we can go back to how things were. I won't blame you. I laughed bitterly, yanking my hand away. Get lost. Our daughter's been here for days. Have you visited once? Do you know who she called for when she woke up this morning? And Snow, our cat. How's she doing? Victoria, let's divorce. I looked at her, completely done with this broken relationship. I already signed the papers at home. She dropped to her knees, grabbing my legs. Please, Nathan. My company's failing. I have nothing else. Please help me. We've been together so long. I supported you. Just this once. I crouched to meet her eyes. Victoria, you gave me $2,000 a month to cook, clean, and raise our child. Think that covers a full-time housekeeper? I stood and walked away. Chapter 4. Hospital Administrator Jack Williams was waiting at a nearby cafe. The place was empty. He rushed to greet me. Mr. Reynolds, what's so urgent? After brief pleasantries, I got to the point. I need Riverside General security footage. Also, investigate whether Connor Mitchell's hiring process was legitimate. Williams nodded immediately. I understand. I've already started investigating your daughter's case. We've formed a special committee. I'll send you the footage as soon as we have it. I nodded. Williams asked after my father briefly. Then left. Walking out, I heard the heated discussion at the register. Did you see? Victoria Sullivan was on her knees begging her husband. He just walked away. So cold. This Nathan guy's trash. Pretends to be broke while being a millionaire heir. Deserves hell. I smiled coldly. Checked my phone for Victoria's latest performance. Sure enough, a gossip blogger had posted crystal clear video of Victoria kneeling outside the ICU. Victoria had posted her own sob story. She mentioned 3 times how she lived for me and Lily, how she worked so hard just to give us a better life. Her proof? Screenshots of those monthly $2,000 transfers. Doubts appeared in the comments. Then a comment with Victoria's couple emoji appeared, support Dr. Sullivan, the best mentor ever. Obviously Connor. Deleted within seconds. Almost immediately, Williams sent a video. Connor drawing penicillin and injecting it directly into the foreport. At minute 3, after he removed the syringe, Lily curled up in pain. My organs twisted watching her mouth form a weak "daddy" before her raised hand fell limp. My whole body shook. My heart stopped with hers. Williams sent a long voice message apologies, promises of severe punishment for Connor. I didn't reply. Connor wasn't the only one who needed punishing. I breathed deeply, controlling my emotions. Forwarded the video to my lawyer. Williams worked fast. The hospital's disciplinary action against Connor was already public. Doubts started spreading online. Victoria must have seen it. She called repeatedly. I blocked her completely. Tomorrow was the second trial date. Chapter 5. My lawyer and I arrived early. Media swarmed the courthouse. Victoria appeared behind me, tapping my shoulder. Nathan, can we talk? I didn't refuse. Looking at her, I saw her exhaustion clearly. She led me to a bench. Her calm facade crumbled, tears falling on her hands. Nathan, I was wrong. I watched her silently. One apology wasn't enough. Victoria clenched her hands. How's Lily? I stood up coldly. If that's all, don't bother. Victoria smashed her teacup on the floor, grabbing a shard and holding it to her throat. Sign this settlement, or I'll die here. You'll be the one who killed Lily's mother. She'll hate you forever. I stared at this completely insane woman. Victoria wiped her tears, eyes red. Sign the settlement, I'll sign the divorce papers. I'm pregnant with Connor's child, Nathan. I'm carrying his baby. I don't want this child growing up without a father. Please, let us go. Even now, Victoria could surprise me with her cruelty. My organs felt crushed. My lawyer stepped between us. Mrs. Reynolds, I've recorded evidence of your adultery. We can proceed with fault-based divorce. Threatening self-harm to coerce my client is also illegal. Victoria's shard fell. She looked stunned. I followed my lawyer inside. After submitting evidence, Connor sat across from us, glaring. Victoria returned, shaking her head at him. Connor's face turned black with rage. After the trial, as we left through the back, I saw Victoria in the hallway, desperately clutching Connor's jacket. Connor shoved her away brutally in front of everyone. Victoria stumbled and fell. Turning the corner, I saw Victoria on a stretcher, face pale, white dress soaked with blood. I looked away, telling the driver to hurry to the hospital. Lily was awake today, exercising her hands. She brightened seeing me, then looked behind me. Daddy, where's Mommy? I held her hand gently, thousands of words stuck in my throat. Mommy's busy. Daddy's here for now. She lowered her head sadly. Visiting hours ended quickly. As the doctor called me out, my lawyer sent a presentation. Title, University Professor Abuses Power, Corrupts Students. The subject was Victoria Sullivan. Page after page of chat logs showed our relationship had been dead longer than I'd thought. 3 months ago, Victoria told Connor she wanted divorce. She texted, "I love you," repeatedly. Even when Connor went silent recently, she begged desperately. Obviously Connor's work. Once posted, it exploded. People found their coupled social media accounts. Students came forward about Victoria always choosing Connor for projects. Public opinion completely reversed. My inbox filled with apologies and support. Top comment with hundreds of thousands of likes, "Victoria, your cold heart is worth $2,000. You're heartless." Chapter 6. The verdict came 2 weeks later. Connor was convicted of assault. Victoria was suspended. Her practice declared bankruptcy. Lily moved from ICU to a regular room today. While eating with her, she suddenly grabbed my hand. "Daddy, are you and Mommy divorced?" Our divorce was halfway processed. As I struggled to answer, she patted my hand. "Daddy, Mommy doesn't love us anymore, does she?" "If she doesn't love us, it's okay, you divorced her." "Mommy doesn't love you, but I do." Seeing her serious expression, the tears I'd held back finally fell. Lily hugged me, patting my shoulder. "Daddy, I'll protect you." I nodded, not expecting Victoria's parents to be waiting at the hospital entrance. After Lily fell asleep, I stepped out. The elderly couple confronted me. Victoria's father banged his cane. "Nathan Reynolds." I stood still. Mr. Sullivan frowned. "What did you promise when you married Victoria?" "She's lying at home like a madwoman, muttering nonsense." "Didn't you promise to love her forever?" "We only have one daughter." "What about our retirement?" I stared at them expressionlessly. "So Victoria destroying herself is my fault?" Mrs. Sullivan grabbed her husband's arm, then took mine. "Nathan, dear, give us custody of Lily. You can remarry, have new children. She's all we have left." I exploded. "What? You want Lily as your blood bank? A lifetime victim for you vampires?" I stared at them in disbelief. They looked completely serious. Furious, I called security to remove them. The company ran smoothly. When I went to the office, my father stayed with Lily. He adored her, never tired of her games. That evening, signing documents, my father called. His voice trembled. "Son, Lily's missing." The pen fell. I shot up, racing to the hospital. Kept telling myself she was fine, nothing would happen. After checking surveillance, I discovered Victoria had taken her. I had the driver head to Victoria's parents' house while sending people to search everywhere. Finally found them at a claw machine arcade near her parents' house. Lily played while Victoria sat silently behind her. I took a deep breath and walked in. Lily saw me and ran into my arms. I held her tight, terrified she'd disappear. Victoria smiled when she saw me. Gray streaked her hair. She'd lost weight. I turned to leave. Victoria called out, "Nathan, let me have custody. I'm better now. I'll be good to her. You know I have nothing left. Only Lily." I waved the driver to take Lily to the car, then pulled Victoria aside. I gritted my teeth. "You're truly beyond help. Victoria, if you really loved Lily, why bring her home? What can you offer? Money? Education? A secure future?" I stared at her, fury building. "Or do you want her pointed at in school? That's the professor's daughter from the presentation." Victoria hung her head silently. I breathed deeply and started to leave. She grabbed my hand. "Nathan, I'm sorry. You love Lily so much. Let's reconcile." I yanked away, stepping back. "You're dreaming." In the car, Lily had fallen asleep. Looking at her sleeping face, I breathed deeply. This feeling wasn't relief, it was pure terror. After discharge, I personally drove her to and from school daily, afraid Victoria might appear again. Near summer break, Lily grabbed my hand. "Daddy, did you know? Mommy comes to see me." I froze, gripping her hand nervously. "What do you mean?" Lily smiled. "Mommy brings lunch to school every day. She makes all our favorite foods. My stomach churned, wondering what Victoria was planning now. Lily smiled. Daddy, let's have dinner with Mommy tonight. I didn't want to go, but couldn't refuse her. I didn't want her knowing what her mother had become. Didn't want any psychological damage. If she lacked maternal love, I'd give her double the paternal kind. Finally, I nodded and went to the restaurant. Victoria sat at a table, wringing her hands nervously. Lily pulled me over. Seeing me, Victoria smiled, then started coughing violently. Lily sat down. I followed. The dinner was uncomfortable. Only Lily kept conversation going. She raised her cup. Mommy, Daddy, let's toast. We won't have another chance. Victoria nodded and raised her cup. I clinked it. Lily smiled. I know about everything online. Don't understand it all, but I know Mommy doesn't love Daddy anymore, right? I clenched my fists. Lily smiled at me. I don't need you together for my sake. Mommy did wrong. I won't forgive you for Daddy. Divorce if you need to. Stay apart if you need to. But Mommy, thank you for having me. Even though you were always too busy to play, I still love you. I live with Daddy not because of what you did, but because he tells me bedtime stories every night. I'm used to it. Sorry. Victoria cried the entire meal, red-eyed, gently touching Lily's head. It's okay, sweetie. Mommy's the one who's sorry. Leaving, Lily waved goodbye. Victoria suddenly handed me a letter. Open it day after tomorrow. 2 days later, after dropping off Lily, I opened the letter. News of Victoria's suicide had already arrived. I wanted to take Lily to the funeral, but the letter explicitly asked me not to. Victoria explained her parents' daily harassment, demanding she beg me for help. She couldn't ask any more. She wrote many things. Inside was pink stationeria. Letter for Lily. I remembered suddenly Victoria had chosen the nickname Lily. She said she wanted our daughter to be sweet as candy, always. The end.